the most soothing
I mean,
opening we have, isn't
you
it?
couldn't have got like some Christmas music that
I
was
thought that
royalty
was
free.
Christmas.
I thought that was fairly Christmassy. We are look between you two. We are decked out for Christmas. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, elves and Santa Clauses and Mrs. Claus and reindeer and anything else that you may be in this festive season. Welcome to Assigned Seating. It's been a little while since we have tucked up on the couch and watched something, but I have my lovely friends Vera and Jeffrey here with me today, and we thought it's December, and I am notoriously a Grinch, but this year we are. I'm calling it my midlife crisis Christmas. Um, this year on a whim, after many jokes of you should come over for Christmas. Yeah, that'd be funny. Imagine if we could all get together for Christmas. And then one night I booked a ticket. So I am headed to by the time this airs, it'll be less than a week. About a week until I am with these two lovely folks for Christmas, trying to rediscover my Christmas spirit because after years of hospitality and retail, she's dead and buried.
Retail
She's
can kill Christmas.
she's way down there. So I'm hoping that a little adventure to the other side of the world will help. But look at these two fucks. Look at how Christmassy they are. Look at what's going on in the background.
What?
What? Nothing. It's nothing. You two are like your very own Christmas card. I like it. I'm going to have photo shoots with everyone's trees and everything. It's going to be amazing. So to kick the season off right and, well, in an uncensored radio kind of way, we thought, what could we do? What could we do to get into the Christmas spirit? Do we tackle a classic? Do we do something brand new? No. What we decided to do was watch what has been called Netflix's worst Christmas movie ever. So join us tonight as we discuss Best Christmas Ever. Okay. So there's no like disturbance in the force about how we all saw this. It's a Netflix show, so we all watched it on Netflix. I'll give us a little bit of a plot rundown, but if you haven't seen Best Christmas Ever, lucky you. Or you want to join the conversation. Yes, you can pause us and watch it and come back. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a, I guess, plot synopsis. Charlotte and Rob Sanders, played by Heather Graham. Yeah, Charlotte and Rob. And what's his name? Jason Biggs. There we go. Forgot Jason Biggs there. Live a modest life in a small apartment and feel overshadowed by the seemingly perfect life of Charlotte's college friend, Jackie, played by Brandy Norwood. Jackie's annual Christmas letter detailing her family's extraordinary achievements incites envy and skepticism in Charlotte. Charlotte, feeling her own family is unremarkable, describes her daughter's obsession. Her daughter Dora's obsession with Marvel Comics, her son Grant's attachment to a stuffed monkey, Rob's impractical dream of house flipping, and her own abandoned inventor dreams. When Grant, misunderstanding his mother's sarcasm, navigates the family to the Jennings home for Christmas, they find themselves snowed in and forced to stay while Charlotte tries to expose Jackie's perfect life as a lie.
That is a lot.
Now, I have one thing to say. They should have just retitled this movie Heather Graham is a Cunt. And that'd be it. She has to be one of the most unlikable characters I've ever seen.
I agree.
On celluloid. And can I start this off? Didn't she used to be able to act?
I don't remember. I just think she can't now.
I feel like she's under duress in this movie. Like she's
directed, under rehearsed.
Like I feel like someone may have had a gun or like.
But she sucks.
They were going to expose her nudes or something.
I don't know that she had a lot to work with.
But I'm sorry.
Did
If it
any
was
of them
I'm
really-
having that problem with my light again. Sorry, boys.
Brandy, this movie would be unwatchable. Brandy saves it, and she comes and goes, "Oh!" I'm like, "Yes, girl, you sing."
Did we
You
watch the
sing.
same? That was the best part of the movie. Was here. I was like, oh, and like
she
so. The
sings.
kids were kind of watched. So I watched the whole movie on my little Echo show in the kitchen. I love
Yeah.
those fucking things. Go get one on sale right now on Amazon. Amazing. And
We need
so
to
like I
link
was
it.
cooking, yeah, and the kids were like the one I don't remember which one, but it was in the kitchen, kind of like I'm like, aren't you grounded? Are you supposed to be watching that? I was like, fuck it, it's Christmas. Who cares? And they were like all about it, right? And then Brandy's singing. They're like, oh, she sings. I was like, I'm failing as a parent. I'm like, the boy is mine. Brandy and Monica. I was like sitting on top of the world. Brandy and Mace. What the fuck?
Have you ever loved
was
somebody
Cinderella.
so much?
Oh, with Whitney. Oh my God, I've got that on
Cinderella.
VHS. I taped it.
There we go.
That part to me was my favorite part, was hearing her sing again and like remembering how much I loved that bitch.
Yes.
I just, she's such an amazing voice, and I hope
She's
she
called
comes
the
out.
vocal Bible for a reason.
Yeah,
people.
she's got such a set of pictures in it.
Heights.
And then can we talk about Jason Bigg lip syncing? And
That was awkward.
I was
That
like,
It was
awkward.
awkward.
I was like, is he singing? Oh no, that's
Oh, that's not him. Yeah, that's not Jason. Or it's a
That's-
very badly lip synced. Like,
My sister was watching it, or well, she was passing through on her way to the box of wine while I was watching it.
as you do. Probably recommended for this. Yeah.
And she sat down for a minute and she said, "Is he known for his singing?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Oh."
So yeah, the whole part of the premise is that Jackie and Rob were college sweethearts and they had a band together. Now I'm not sure when the band was because she looks like Tina Turner in that photo. Like they understand it's 2023. Like 20 years ago now was 2000, not 1980. Like
Right.
it's not. It wasn't. I think that's probably my biggest issue. I hate a movie that doesn't know what it wants to be, and this one has no clue. It's like, is it going to be like a Hallmark movie? No. Is it going to, we're going to try and make it a little bit raunchy and put some sex jokes in there? Oh, not even jokes, like innuendos in there. No. Is it like a black comedy where we've got this horrible, unlikable bitch that's forced to like Christmas? No. Is it like a Lifetime movie where something horrible happens to people? No. Yes. It's like it's like they found 17 partially written scripts, threw it in a blender and went, that'll do. Merry Christmas. Put it in Christmas. It's like, I'm so confused.
I really thought that all of that aside, this movie might have landed if Heather Graham didn't suck so bad.
She's bad, right? I wasn't like, there's no expression, or when it is expression, it's the wrong thing.
Like over Botox so that all she could do was look like this.
I don't know, but there's one point when she cries, and I thought she was laughing. I was like, that's upsetting.
Botox. I think that nothing above her cheeks is moving, and it's just her little mouth going like this.
Didn't she headline the last big thing she did, the TV show she did, like get ripped off the air after like one episode?
I can't. Maybe. I haven't seen Heather Graham in a long time.
Right?
The last time I remember seeing her was the. God, my memory's going.
Like Austin Powers.
Remember Boogie Nights? She was like, everyone's like, oh, Heather Graham, Boogie Nights. Oh my God, she's amazing. It's like,
I don't think she was ever that big. And I mean, I didn't think it was that horrible. I just thought it was like a D-list Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
I thought that it was a chintzy plot.
I really do think that the others in the cast were selling it. I mean, Jason Biggs hasn't done anything since American Pie.
Oh no, Jason Biggs has done a lot of TV. He was in Orange Is the New Black. Okay. He was in. He always plays himself though. He's always Jason Biggs. Like it's just
Brandy's hot husband there. I've seen him in a couple characters.
Random Latino husband.
But you know, he
but you had three well-known people. And
rando.
No, but I loved his delivery on. Oh my God, I've picked a woman.
He was kind of funny. There was a couple moments where I giggled. Like I have to
Yeah.
say, like there was a few things, but then like even the kids, I have to say, like it was Aiden. Aiden was watching it with me because they got snowed in. It was like a blizzard.
They
And
get
then
snowed
like the
in and
next,
trapped.
like yeah, and then the next scene they go out in the backyard and there's no
There's
snow.
no snow.
And Aiden's like, where did all
my
the snow?
pet peeve is that nobody wears a coat, nobody wears a sweater, everybody's walking around without gloves. Brandy, in the scene where Brandy breaks out and singing, she's wearing a V-neck sweater. She's got boob on display. It's
She doesn't-
fucking winter.
she doesn't feel the
Nobody
cold.
displays
She's-
boob outside.
She's an immortal being. She doesn't feel the cold.
Trust
I'm
me, Steve,
Brandy,
when you
y'all.
get here, you will know that if you are in the winter, you will feel the fucking cold.
No cleavage out. Oh, Vera's that upset she left for a second.
You all left on mine. Everybody blinked out.
Vera's so upset about cleavage, she just left. Ridiculous. Yeah, but I just love there was obviously no continuity editor or person like we're snowed in at the front door.
She runs through a snowbank in her pajamas. I'm sorry.
The back door, not so much. It reminds me. Have you seen that? Someone put it up recently. It was like they really had no budget on the set of Dawson's Creek, hey, because it was like they're walking outside Dawson's Creek and it's just a big white sheet that's meant to be snow. You can see it moving under their feet, like they've done close-ups of it. It's like scrunching up. I'm like, oh, that's pretty funny. Like for a show that was like primetime spectacular. Like we can't afford snow. I'm sorry, but yeah, this is like the ultimate keeping up with the Joneses. Brandy's family are like all that and a bag of crisps. I've got to say, I hated Heather Graham's kids. I thought they were bad actors. But the little girl that plays Brandy's daughter, she was great. She was just like
She was great.
treating everyone for filth. I'm like,
I
she's good.
could be a little more forgiving about the kids, but I really thought that Heather Graham sucked.
I just
she wrecked it for me.
She was.
I would have liked it a little better if the two
husbands.
spouses. No. Heather
Husbands.
Graham and the other.
Well, I thought that's what was going to happen.
Right.
I like you couldn't read this movie. I'm like, are they going to like partner swap and she's going to get back with her college sweetheart and she's going to find a new love who knows her better than her husband? Like, I was like, that's a weird premise for a movie. Like,
for a
like
Christmas movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it kind of went there, and then
you see that's trying to go for an Oscar.
Oh yeah, that was right. The walls were banging, right, and that
yeah,
like why is the bed shaking or whatever? That why is the headboard shaking or whatever? And I'm
like,
it's
an earthquake.
That's exactly what I said. Oh, it was an earthquake. And then the next scene, the kids are like, "Oh, that happens." I'm like, "Son of a bitch." I'm like, he's 12 and he doesn't know. You know what I mean? I'm like, that tells you everything. You need
lots of earthquakes in that part of the world, in small town, random place.
Do you describe Randy's husband as a random Latino eye candy?
Yeah, that's who I've never heard of him. So I'm just like, whatever. So, what kind of bitch is Charlotte? Like, you don't go to people. You're like, okay, you didn't want to be there in the first place. Fair enough. She gives you a place to stay for the night. And then, like, for the next couple of days, she's like, all right, I'm going to fucking ruin it. I'm going to try and prove that you're a liar. Like, just do what normal people do and get drunk.
They needed
it's the holidays. It's the holidays. Like, let us slip into a seasonal depression and drink and whatever.
She had to grow, and they had to become friends.
They had to rediscover that they were friends.
Right. They had to have
Heather
a
had forgotten.
lesson. That's right. That they were such good friends, and it was like a 30-second, oh, I love you. It's okay, girl.
Yeah.
We got this.
Brandy, like Saint Brandy's like, it's okay that you've like tried to destroy my life in my own home. You raging bitch. Like
the dollhouse incident.
I don't know. All right. What is with the maudlin moments in this movie? It's like, yes, my mother, she got cancer and could no longer build the dollhouses, but then she got better and built the dollhouse, but didn't live long after that. It's like, fucking hell.
I think this script was written
That's
by
some
AI.
heavy shit,
I
man.
think the script was written by AI.
And then she fucking destroys that dollhouse like it's nothing. So not only does she ruin the surprise of the dollhouse, but then she destroys it.
But then it was okay.
Yeah. 2 seconds later, it's okay.
The walls were salvageable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then where the fuck did they get those little Christmas lights?
Jeff wants to know. He's got a hamster
That's
cage
from
that needs
Amazon
decorating.
Prime.
Guinea pig cage.
It's bothering me.
So the whole premise is that, you know, she is so I was going to not say ashamed. She's ashamed of her family.
Yeah.
What a bitch!
And
What a bitch!
She's ashamed of her husband, and
She's ashamed of her husband for
life.
wanting to flip houses. She's ashamed of her children, and
She's
doesn't want to
ashamed of the
participate
job she has.
in the Christmas letter thing. Now that's not really a thing here. The whole
it's a
like
thing here.
Christmas newsletter thing, like
Oh, it's a
I don't
thing
even
here,
send
and
out
it really
Christmas
shouldn't
cards
be. It's a
anymore.
thing that should die.
but does it really have a place in the world anymore with like social media? Isn't that one giant fuck you every day of the year? A reminder that people are doing better than you every day.
Well, and that was the other thing, right? So, like, when she loses her job, you think, oh, Brandy's going to step up and they're going to work together, right?
Yeah, no. Brandy's
No,
like,
she's like, oh, I'm sorry about that. That sucks for you.
millionaire retired Brandy. She's like,
then she turns her stupid little static gloves into a brand.
And was that not the fucking dumbest thing you've ever, like, out of all the fucking things that this bitch could have done and they could have came up with, that was the fucking thing? That was it?
That was
it.
And the balloon?
we're gonna get to the balloon because that is where I went. Are you fucking kidding me with this movie? Because I was watching it when Vera messaged me earlier, and she goes, "Oh, my meeting's finished. We can talk about." I said, "I'm still in the movie in the middle of this goddamn movie." She's like, "Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It turns at the end. Fucking doesn't it?" Like, we'll talk about that in a second. But I'm just like, plot twist. I was like, what? But they try and do the whole small town, like, isn't life better in a small town? Like, thumbs up, look at us doing togetherness and all that kind of thing. They give the kids this is Santa real, which we could have done without.
The creepy boy child believes in Santa for a minute. That was the better part to me.
I feel like if they wanted to, they should have made it a black comedy. Like, I feel like that would have been like, make her really unlikable and make us feel like that monkey is really alive and like she's having some kind of psychotic break because that monkey pops up everywhere. It's just like telegraphing things every 5 seconds. But I'm like,
well, where did that bitch come from? The angel that she was just walking there. She drove off the fucking road.
Right.
Why was that bitch just walking in the middle of a country fucking road in an angel costume?
We have to talk about the gloves though, because do you think it was like a tad racist that Brandy was using them to eat Cheetos?
Oh, I
like,
didn't even think
social,
of that.
like stereotyping much.
I didn't even think of that.
I was like,
what do you mean? My mother was white. She always ate cheese.
She has the biggest. Right? Like Brandy's ever eaten a Cheeto in her life. She was like, "Oh, girl, this is good, girl." I'm like, "Oh, really?"
I don't think that's more of an American thing than a racial.
It was a bit stinky. And there's this white woman behind her with, I swear it was like, organic air fried popcorn. Whatnot? She's like, I love a background extra who's giving the most. She's like, and why are people sitting in the town square watching a rehearsal for a play?
That was not my reason.
Does that happen? Why are they outside? Why is this play happening outside?
Because everything happens outside in a Christmas movie. Have you not watched a single
Hallmark movie? Are we going to get frostbite and die?
What the fuck? Do you not understand what we do here in America? We freeze our asses off.
You
told me there's going to be so fucking
We just froze our ass off at the holiday parade. It was fucking 30-something degrees. My nipples were fucking iced over.
People crawl out into the woods to chop down their own motherfucking trees. And get down on the snowy ground.
I can remember being a child. This bitch would drag us out after the weekend after Thanksgiving through feet of fucking snow out in the country. We'd take like one of those, they'd have a fucking wagon or whatever, a cart that they'd drag behind a fucking tractor. It was a big wooden thing. You'd have the fucking hot chocolate, but you'd go fucking trudging through fucking 3 feet of snow to go cut a tree down. I don't want to cut a fucking tree down. I want to go play with my dollhouse. I didn't give a fuck.
See, this could have been Jeffrey's movie. All he wanted was the dollhouse for Christmas.
And the fucking winter bazaars that are outside, crafters freezing their asses off.
What's the thing around here where they had all the fucking ice sculptures and they built like the igloos downtown somewhere? Where the fuck was that?
The winter bazaar thing, yes.
Where they had all the ice sculptures and the fucking where is it Syracuse or Rochester or something? My grandparents
one year.
My grandparents used to take me to that bullshit. What the fuck? I don't give a goddamn about no goddamn carved ice.
Syracuse in Hanover Square.
Oh, I don't know. I just remember them taking me in the motor. Fuck you. Don't get me. Kiss my ass. Take me to the beach.
We do shit outside when it's cold. I'm sorry. Especially at Christmas time.
Not anymore, bitch. Not anymore. Motherfucker hit 40. Guess what, honey? If it's under 50 degrees, daddy ain't going.
We used to go caroling when I was a kid.
One Christmas, we did that with the ex the first fucking year. That bitch, and it was only because my ex-mother-in-law and I killed a box of Shiraz because we were like, look at me. I'm not a hugger. I'm not that bitch, right? So the first year, right? We just met. He'd just come out, like it's a whole thing. We had never met. So I'm just meeting the whole family the first time, the mom, the dad, the sister, and then get to their house Christmas Eve. Well, we're going to go to the mom's sister's house where her entire fucking family is. Okay, great. So the mom and I look at each other. She's like, we're, because they're all Republicans. And there's 2 gay dudes. Thank God I'm funny some days. Because it's saying, you know what I mean? Like everybody was like, oh, he's funny. So that kind of worked in my favor. But her and I just started killing. We killed that whole goddamn box of wine. But they're like, let's go caroling. You're funny. Let's go. Don't we end up in the back of a fucking wagon driving through somewhere out by Buffalo, singing Christmas carols for hours, drunker than shit. Worst experience of my life.
I don't know that I know enough Christmas carols to sing for hours.
Oh, we had like a boombox or something, I think.
We had little books that we used to get.
Oh my God. Of course you were. Well, that's because you were a singer.
Yes. And I used to carol with my theater group.
Of course
I bet you there were harmonies and everything, weren't there, Vera?
And I would take the client.
I've got the soprano. It's okay. Yeah, I don't know.
You should hear those glorias from a theater group.
I'm just concerned. Yeah. So yeah, Angels. Brandy sings a couple of pop tinged Christmas hits. Then all of a sudden, when she's trying to make up for ruining Christmas and the kids discover the letterheads that Santa wrote to them on, and all this kind of shit happens. Heather Graham thinks it's a good idea to buy a house with the money that she has, and her job just happens out of nowhere. The robot vacuum that she told her. that was pretty funny.
I am completely convinced this script was written by AI.
That was funny. I must say. The robot vacuum that Heather Graham was working on and told them that it would burst into flames, and burnt people's houses down.
I couldn't even remember watching when they all of a sudden that whole plot came about going about. I'm like, what house? Well, I didn't even remember that part of the beginning.
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
I didn't remember it either. Like they kind of just throw these ideas in and then just try 700 other things and Wait, the kid's gone missing yet? No, he went missing, didn't he? That's missing. Right. The kid went missing because Santa's not real. And then ended up at a sushi restaurant because he thinks he's a ninja.
Oh.
I know, right?
That's racist.
That is racist.
That's racist.
That's racist. That is racist.
That was very racist.
I was like, what? Okay.
It's an AI-generated script.
And she just can't even muster any kind of emotion for this kid. She's like, yes. I'm very flowers in the attic
The kid
With
was
the
an
AI
asshole.
script and the Botox.
Yeah. So anyway, she has to, for some reason in this reality, they don't have like DocuSign or something. She has to drive like 400 miles to sign a document over the whole. It was got an email.
Yeah.
Oh, on Christmas Eve. Christmas
Yeah,
Eve, right?
on Christmas Eve.
And
Yeah,
then why in every fucking Christmas movie? How many times can I see fucking one show? Do they have to go and get a tree like 3 days before Christmas?
Like there'd be any good ones left, right?
Like,
Isn't that like
who is going to put up a tree 3 days before Christmas? I understand you're trying to do the whole plot in the movie, but come on.
I feel like someone that was like Brandy would have already had the tree 4
Yeah.
days before Christmas. Like,
Yes,
right?
we pull up and her house is lit up like a runway.
Yeah, she wouldn't have been waiting for these random white people to show up. The white people are here. Let's go get a tree. It's like, no, I don't think so. Anyway, Heather Graham slides off the road. Unfortunately, she wasn't killed. She sees the angel from the nativity. It's like, oh my god,
Just
who's
in the
walking
middle
down
of
the
nowhere.
Did
road?
I die?
No, your career certainly has after this, baby. There ain't no coming back from Best Christmas Ever for Heather.
What was that show?
There ain't no coming back for Heather.
I hope
Anyway,
they all got a good paycheck.
I hope they did too. She sees the rights of her wrongs and whatnot, and as contemplating. But as she drives out, she drives away.
She
53.
sees.
Yeah, it's a hard 53. She sees Brandy's son's name on a memorial highway.
Yes.
It's like, and then she goes, I'm going to give you the emotional reading that she gave. Ready? Oh no.
It's the Botox. I'm telling you.
So, Brandy's son, I guess it was cancer.
Yes.
It was one of those mysterious wasting diseases that you're in the hospital. It wasn't a car accident or something. It was like blah, blah, blah.
I really thought at that point that they were going to have him die from a balloon accident.
Yeah, something was.
That's kind of where I thought it was going. Or then
no, because now all of a sudden, now at the end, the movie is all about a fucking hot air balloon, a solar-powered hot air balloon that she just randomly has set up in the backyard that nobody's seen.
Right.
Nobody's seen it. And I love it. She's like, you need to come with me. Like, what? How? Have you seen how long it takes to inflate a hot air balloon?
Yeah.
Does she have a ground crew just sitting there chilling? You need to come outside with me at this fully erect fucking hot air balloon that you didn't notice for the 4 days that you were here. These people are fucked. And then we're sad about my dead son. Brandy has a tear. That's at least Brandy could manage some authentic tears. I appreciate that. But the balloon is going to be the star in the nativity play, and that's what caused them to get distracted in the first place. So it took them where they needed to be. Heavy-handed metaphor for the Christmas time. Oh, so anyway,
yeah,
randomly, okay, because Brandy owned an aerospace fucking company and retired at like 40 or whatever. She gets half up, the thing shits itself, and then luckily, an inventor. It's like, oh, so you can fix a hot air balloon.
But you couldn't fix the robot.
You couldn't fix a robot vacuum, and your claim to fame was a pair of fucking flipper gloves to not get cheese dust on your hand. But you can work in aerospace like fucking stuff.
And in like 35 seconds.
35 seconds. I can fix it. It's okay. Up in the air we go. Okay. Up in the air we go in some really bad CGI with like no wind up there. No wind, no snow. No, nothing. Just air. They're not harnessed in at all. It's fine. Everything's okay.
No sun for the solar powered balloon.
Until we randomly get hooked on a Santa sleigh by one hook and it lifts off. Now, I don't know if they understand like weight and weight distribution. That thing floats underneath the balloon completely straight when it's hooked on by like a knob. It should be hanging upside down with like dragging the fucking shit around. But no. Do you know what the safest and best idea is? Heather Graham's going to make up for her years of shitty parenting and climb down into the sleigh that's hooked onto the balloon.
To make sure her son.
To make sure that her
Santa.
fucking on the spectrum son gets his fucking monkey. What the actual fuck?
That just sounds so wrong that you were like, her spectrum son gets his monkey.
He did. He's convinced that monkey's like alive, and it's like, I don't understand. Where is this movie going?
I firmly believe it was written by AI.
Because the monkey falls perfectly into the boy's arms, as of course it does. And, you know, Heather Graham manages to they managed to land the balloon safely enough for her to dislodge the sleigh.
Right.
While Brandy takes off to be the star. What a good metaphor for this movie. Brandy's high above the mess. Brandy's high above the mess going along. And then all of a sudden, this man with a white beard comes to help her with the sleigh.
And disappears.
It
can be hard.
It can be hard. It's like, what the actual fuck is going on here? It's like a fever dream, a Christmas fever dream.
Sorry, AI.
But then we get there, and that's the end.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. We'll all sing a song. Jason Big, the background extras are giving it all they can. Like, backing to Brandy, who's the sound technician for that play should get like an A1 like fucking mark. He was like, oh, Brandy sounds beautiful, crystal clear above everything else. And what in what world I get that she was like a musician in high school, but it's like, okay, you sing, just randomly break into song, please. It's not Glee, like it's not a musical. Why is Brent like? I know why Brandy's randomly breaking into song, because she's just released a Christmas EP off the back of this, so we had to have a vehicle. I don't know if this is the vehicle you'd want to attach your Christmas album to, because it's fucking slid off the road into the ice bank, killing everyone involved. But it's okay, because the end is where I think this was definitely long after production, because Heather Graham could not give two fucks in any of those line readings for the now combined family newsletter. She's like, and they did this. They successfully flew around the world. Everyone's doing karate. We're gonna flip a house.
I think that was her delivery for the whole movie.
I'm like,
she had such lack of expression.
Look at they were trying to keep their SAG insurance.
Obviously, there has to be. I want to know the reason behind. Do you know what would be more interesting than this movie? A behind the scenes on why people made this movie. Like what? Why? What kind? Well, we know why Brandy made this movie. I mean, come on. There's a reason why she wasn't driving a car in the movie. That's what I'm saying. You know, like that's all I'm gonna say. It's the reason why Heather Graham had a car accident. But she's the bomb. She's amazing. If this movie didn't have Brandy, I would be like, what? What happened? Wow. What happened to this? Why? And this confirms for me why I don't watch Christmas movies. I'm a fan of
the Christmas movie.
My suspension of disbelief will go so far.
It's a Wonderful Life. I can watch It's a Wonderful Life 3 times.
Yeah, but it's good. It's a Wonderful Life is good. This is just like, Have you got time on a Thursday? Let's make a movie. I think we would make a better Christmas
Well,
movie.
let's make a
Let's
movie.
do
'cause I
it.
think they made some do re mi on this movie.
I don't know how. I
I
don't.
said it
I'm
last year.
We're gonna
I'm
go
say it
set up
again.
in Jeff's house with a tree, and we're gonna make our Christmas movie.
And let's finally record our Christmas album.
That's right.
Merry Christmas.
I'm gonna do the Lucille Ball version. All
Ding-a-ling,
out
ding-a-ling,
the
dong-ding.
holly.
All right.
Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling,
Would you like to
dong-ding.
hear what Variety had to say about this movie?
Sure.
Variety wrote, its absurdist lunacy acts as a Trojan horse containing genuinely meaningful sentiments on forgiveness, happiness, and bittersweet sorrows. Universalities people tend to reflect on as the year comes to a close. That's the nicest thing they had to say.
I think the script was written by AI, and that Heather Graham's had too much Botox.
But for some reason, it debuted at #1 on Netflix and
everybody loves
Netflix in
Brandy.
America and #2 globally with 22.3 million hours
I'm
for a total
sure
of
it's not gonna make it till
16.3
Christmas.
million views.
It's not that great.
It's not that good.
I'm so concerned at the
What
quality
did
of stuff.
Lohan's movie get?
I don't know. I feel like Lohan had to have better upsee than that, right?
Did you watch that one?
No,
I did
don't think
not.
I did. I think I did. Is she great?
Bitches,
It's the monotone of the
you
century.
Need to go watch
Oh my
Lohan's
God.
movie from
I'm
last year.
back. She's smoking. I'm back, kids.
That's your homework. We're gonna review that one next week.
We'll have to. Well,
Is
weren't
it
we
a
going
Christmas
to?
movie, or is it just a
It's a
movie?
Christmas.
No,
it was
it's
last
just a
year's
Christmas movie.
Okay.
All right, I have to get a pledge from you then because the next time we've got an uncensored horror coming up after this one. But are we going to watch Ladies of the 80s, a Christmas movie?
Oh my God, when is that?
It's out. I'm pretty sure. Shall we reconvene for
Yeah,
the Ladies
sure.
of
I'm
the
into
80s?
it.
I mean,
You know
it's
me.
got to be better than this.
Yes.
Like it's
Oh my God, the rating for that is 5.4.
it's better than this one.
5.4
Ladies of the
out of 10.
80s, a diva's Christmas. I mean, Jeffrey, this movie has you all written all over it. I
Oh,
think.
absolutely.
Because like
it is
let
my
me
shit.
let me just get this up because
Oh, and did you see there's actually a Candy Cane Lane with Eddie Murphy just came out on Amazon
I
Prime?
did.
I did see that. There's a shit ton of holiday movies coming out because it's the holidays.
Mhm.
But we were also going to watch
Yeah,
one of the
that's
gay
because
ones,
they
weren't
said
we?
the holiday
Weren't we going to watch
comes
the
up.
gay one? So, all right, here it is. Ladies of the 80s, a diva's Christmas.
It's free on.
Starring Morgan Fairchild, Nicolette Sheridan, Donna Mills, Lonnie Anderson, and Linda Gray, and Christopher Atkins. Oh my God.
Wow.
Yes, I know. What do you reckon,
That's a name
folks?
you don't hear anymore.
I know. What do you reckon? Should we submit ourselves to Ladies of the
I'm
80s?
I'm
down.
getting the fuck off this and I'm going to watch it.
He's gonna watch it right
now.
Right now.
Well, let's wrap it up. How many solar powered hot air balloons out of 5 do you give Best Christmas Ever, Vera?
I can't even get to 2. I'm going to say 1.5. And my recommendation is go back a year and watch Single All the Way with Michael Urie.
Yes, that's right. Vera watched Single All the Way. She was all about that. Jeff, what about you? Solar powered balloons?
Oh my God. No, I'm not even going to give it solar powered balloons. I'm going to give it jingle balls.
Oh.
I'm going to give it 2.25 jingle balls.
2.25 jingle balls? Okay, we can do that. I have to go with Vera. I'm going to go 1.5 just because it wasn't unwatchable. I love Brandy, so I'll watch a Brandy whatever, especially if she sings. I'll be like,
every 12 minutes there was
sing,
something
girl.
that really made you giggle.
Okay, well, for you, maybe. But yeah, I don't know who wrote it. I don't know who directed it. I don't know what their motivation was. It's certainly a movie. That's what we'll say. It's certainly a thing that happened. For better for worse. It'll be interesting if they make a sequel. Imagine if they make a sequel. Don't we have to review
How
it?
can you beat the best Christmas ever?
Because they'll be flying around in the balloon together.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they'll have to swap lives or something.
Did anybody have Alexa find it?
No.
I used my Alexa feature to find the movie, and Alexa said, "Finding Best Christmas Ever."
So it had the
all the punctuation.
What's her name? Heather Graham soulful reading of the title. Best Christmas Ever.
And oh shit, what was it?
Oh,
it was I got off it.
He found the show.
2004.
Oh God, was that long ago?
Yeah, it was shit. Hang on. I just had it. 2004, Emily's Reasons Why Not. It was canceled after one episode.
I'd never even heard of it. Never heard of it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It was based on a book published in 2004. It aired in January 2006. I want to know how many episodes. There's 5 episodes that never even aired.
Oh, I love that for her.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
She's still worth $25 million.
They're good. Yeah, thank God for Roller Girl. That's all we're saying. Thank God for Roller Girl. That Austin Powers money. It's like, oh, I imagine she praying for an Austin Powers sequel.
Like, how bad does the show have to be that it's canceled after one episode?
Right.
Viva Laughlin was the same, wasn't it? Hugh Jackman's TV.
Oh, wait. Let me read you the first. In the first episode, she is convinced that the man she was dating was gay when he was actually a devout Mormon practicing chastity before marriage. His open virginity is presented through gay stereotypes, and his preferred sport, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, is described as the gayest sport there is by Emily's former boyfriend.
So a little bit on the nose, perhaps, kind of like the rest of
questionable stereotypes.
Questionable stereotypes. That's all right. But join us next week, where we will be bringing you the horror of the holiday with a wonderful movie with the title that you're going to love, Vera. It's called "It's a Wonderful Knife," and we will be reviewing that next week. But thank you for joining us for our first trip into the silly season. We'll be sliding our way through, and you'll be seeing some Christmas goodness coming from Uncensored Radio. Until next time, don't get your Santa sleigh hooked on a solar-powered air balloon.
Don't watch this movie.
Even better. Bye.